and welcome to this pick a card reading. We have our 3 piles here with pile 1 on the left through to pile 3 on the right. So take a moment to make your selection. In the description box I will leave the timestamps along with the cards that I'm using. You will also find a link to all of my socials along with my website if you would like to make a private booking. That being said, I will see you in your reading. Hello, group 1. If you chose the Mukite, this one is for you. So this one is a good stone for emotional support, helping you with emotional regulation, yeah, just supporting you through emotional issues, feelings. Okay, so we'll jump into the past energy for your reading here. So we've got the 6 of Pentacles coming out here. I feel that this is, in the past you've given a lot to people, especially in relationships. I feel that you have been a very giving kind of person. You always want what's best for your other half or your significant other, but I feel like you've realized that, you know, people tend to take advantage of you because of your kindness. So, you know, you've looked at it from another angle now, and yeah, you've realized that, you know, you need to be a bit more, you know, not as lenient with your generosity. Yeah, pick and choose a bit more who you are actually giving all your kindness to, and whether they deserve it, and whether they give it back equally to you. Yeah, there's a sense, you've gained a sense of fairness and like, yeah, ready to like take charge of the situation, and not let it happen anymore. So you're standing up for yourself more here. So yeah, you got to a point where you looked at it and you saw it from that other perspective, that it wasn't really the right kind of treatment or, you know, attachment in a relationship. So you've really learnt from that now, and now you're more assertive in your boundaries, and yeah, you don't let people manipulate your standards anymore. Yeah, and any future connections, you know that you're coming from a more grounded place, and you know, you're thinking about it more. Yeah, you're putting more thought into it, because yeah, you don't want that to happen again. Okay, so Moving into the current energy, we have the Six of Cups coming out here. So I feel like you're at the point now where you're wanting to be a little bit more playful, you know, with your connections and, you know, with your love life, yeah, with your relationships, and yeah, I guess just to take the stress out of it, coming into it from like a more friendly approach, like just trying to make strong connections by making friends first. Yeah, so I feel like you've sort of changed the way in which you're trying to meet people, or the approach that you're having. Maybe it's a more casual way that maybe you go to the gym and you've started talking to people more there, just like casually. And we've got the Three of Pentacles coming out here as well. So I feel like, yeah, this is like a community or like an online, not like online dating, but more like a group, a social group online, and you've made connections there. Okay. But you still currently, you know, dealing with some pain from the past relationships. It hasn't fully healed yet. Yeah, I'm just hearing that you felt like you gave away a lot of your life and a lot of yourself, and you just kind of have regrets because it feels like wasted time. But I'm hearing that nothing is wasted, because you wouldn't be where you are now if that wasn't, you know, if you controlled destiny. Like, yeah, there's no way you could have controlled destiny to make it better. Like it all sort of happened for a reason, I guess, and yeah, good things have come from it because you're in the position you are in now. And if things took a different path, you wouldn't have got to the path where you are now. Okay. So, looking at the future energy here, so we have Strength coming out here, and the Seven of Swords. I feel there's a real need for you to let go of all control of, you know, any of the pain of the past. Yeah, you can't give that control to yourself or to anybody else. That moving forward, like, you can't say, oh well, I'm just not going to put myself out there because I'm afraid of getting hurt. You know, that's not any way to live, because if you never put yourself out there, you're not going to find this person that you're meant to find. Definitely no more running away. Just, keep going. You know, maybe there are dishonest people that you meet. Maybe there are untrustworthy people that you meet, but you will find the one that you're meant to meet, that will not dishonor you. So yeah, just have faith. And even though you're very scared and like it's hard to keep putting yourself out there and keep searching, but it's going to be worth it in the end. Like, yeah, just keep the end goal in mind, and let that be enough to drive you and yeah, keep pushing you to put yourself in these positions. Okay, so looking at what we need to let go of. We've got the Eight of Cups coming out here. So yeah, we need to let go of this need to sort of retreat away. I feel like you tend to put yourself out there and like take a lot of action, and then you kind of get fed up with the process and want to get away from it and just give up on it for a while. And I feel like there needs to be more balance with that. So, you know, keep trying and, you know, yeah, have a bit of balance. Like it'll eventually happen. Just don't let every knockback make you want to run away and hide. Because yeah, it's if you actually run away and hide for a period of time, that's when you're missing out on opportunities. So it's okay to have a day in bed, or you know, cry on the couch watching a movie one night, but you know, don't stay there for too long. Yeah, just always be planning, you know, what's next and looking to the future and making a plan. Even if you're making plans just for yourself, and that's okay, you know. If you end up finding someone to come along for the journey, then that's a bonus. But yeah, don't hold back on making plans that you want to make for yourself, and go out there and enjoy your life. Yeah, and tick things off your bucket list and go on all the adventures that you want. Okay. Alright, we have the Six of Swords coming out here, so I'm feeling like there may be an option to move, whether that's through a career or through a relationship. But yes, for some of you, not all of you, but for some of you out there, you'll have to make a decision on a possible move to do with your career or your job, or your family members, or yeah, this is a relationship and there's some distance between you. So that may be just something that you need to consider in the future. And what else came out with this? We also have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, I do see something blossoming for you in the future, a new energy coming in, a new connection, a new romantic connection. This could also be a new job opportunity. You know, it could very well be linked to this. So yeah, this new thing that's coming into your life could be something that sort of shifts you around a little bit, or yeah, kind of forces you to make a few changes in your world to come together. And with that also came the Five of Pentacles here. So I feel like there's a bit of stress around this move and this new thing taking off. So yeah, whether this is a new relationship or a new project or career, adventure, however it fits for you. I feel like there is some stress about how to actually make it work, like the practical side of things, like the time, the money, the house, the car, the travel, all the logistical things that make two people's lives come together, or that make a business or a new project take off. So and what else do we have here for what we need to focus on? Alright, we have the Knight of Swords and the Devil coming out here. So yeah, I really feel like this is a time where you are going to, even though you feel like you may not have it all together, or you may not know everything, you may feel like you're a little bit inexperienced, not able to tackle it, but I'm hearing that you can do it and you can tackle it, and yeah, just put your strongest foot down, be that strong version of yourself that you can be, and yeah, don't let any of those self-limiting beliefs come in. Yeah, I do feel like there's a bit of comparison to others within this. So yeah, looking around at other people's relationships, and so it's not exactly limiting beliefs, it's more imposter syndrome, sort of like imposing beliefs about yourself, or like, yeah, self-sabotaging yourself with the negative self-talk. Yeah, so definitely working with the Mookites is a good one to help with those emotions that you're feeling and you're going through. Yeah, because you definitely deserve love and you deserve attention, and I'm feeling like that you really just want someone to make you feel important, and like what you say matters, or what you do matters, or who you are matters. Okay, I'll just ask Spirit, what else do we need to know? Is there any further guidance? Okay, so we've got the Hierophant coming out here. What I'm feeling with this, like, is that you just need to keep creating your own experiences. Don't compare yourself to anyone else's experiences. Just keep creating your own. That's how you're going to, yeah, just by putting yourself out there and having these experiences is going to help you, yeah, create more understanding within yourself, and it will create more understanding in what you need in a partner as well. And don't doubt yourself, because you've come to these conclusions about what you need in a partner for very good reasons. Yeah, and definitely don't feel like you're being too strict with your standards, or being too controlling with your boundaries. No, not at all. Like, there's a reason why you came to those, and yeah, they're there for a reason. They're there to protect you, and yeah, you're on the right track. Okay, so we also have some oracle cards here for you. Okay, so from the Inner Child Oracle, you got Speak to Yourself with Kindness. If you are currently in a place of negative self-talk, this practice will focus on becoming aware of the negative self-talk as it occurs. During this exercise, ask yourself, am I speaking to myself with love right now? When you are reviewing your self-talk, it can be helpful to use an object, such as a piece of jewelry, as a physical reminder to speak to yourself kindly. An object of high value can be even more beneficial, particularly if your negative self-talk focuses on the idea of a lack of personal worth. If you can, choose an item of value and importance for this exercise. You are worth it. Once you have your object, practice becoming more aware of your self-talk. At the beginning of the day, set an intention to be aware of how you speak to yourself. Throughout the day, as soon as you notice a negative thought, touch your object and remember that you are worthy of positive and hopeful self-talk. Whatever negative thoughts you had, speak the opposite to yourself or out loud. Practice this as many times as you can throughout the day. If you feel that you need an extra dose of positive self-talk, think about 3 to 5 uplifting, affirming things you like about yourself. Write them down and place them somewhere where you can easily see them. Say them to yourself or out loud every time you see the note. Okay, and from this one we have Homeward. Take yourself out on a date. Very cute. Slow down. It's time to press pause and contemplate before the next leg of your journey. It's in these solitary, introspective moments where we learn the most interesting and eye-opening things about ourselves. Take yourself out on a date of sorts, even if it's just a quiet and cozy night at home. Enjoy your own company. Okay, and we also got this one here. Enlightenment, connection with ancestors and remembering your roots, less focus on material things, the ability to teach others, applying lessons learned, and staying humble and grounded. Okay, that is what I have for you this week, Group 1. I hope you enjoyed your message and that it fit for you. Let me know in the comments and give me a like and make sure you're subscribing as well. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. 3 and welcome to your reading, group 2. I nearly went to start group 3, but then this is group 2. If you chose the chameleon, then this is your reading. This is a beautiful stone for just positivity and just uplifting those positive feelings. Okay, so let's get into your past energy. Okay, so wow, we have the Hermit coming out, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Strength card here. So I feel like there's something that happened in the past energy that made you really run away and go and hide in a cave. That's not necessarily what the Hermit is all about, but I just feel like, yeah, for you, there was a time where, yeah, you just, like, an event happened and then it was just like a really hard time for you and you just couldn't deal with the world and you just wanted to, like, literally crawl in bed for days. But with the Wheel of Fortune here, I feel like it all of a sudden reached a turning point in your life and you were then able to gather up the strength to say, okay, no more, I've got to change things around, I've got to turn things around for myself. You know, I'm scared of life beyond how I'm feeling in this cave situation, but I've got to be okay with facing it. I've just got to, because otherwise, like, life just doesn't go on, you know? You're just wasting away, basically. Okay, so coming into the current energy, we have the 5 of Wands coming out. So, you know, coming out of that cave phase for you really, you know, came with its challenges. I just feel like I'm hearing like a viper was coming to get you, and we have a snake here, and, you know, I feel like, you know, you've tried to gather the strength and move on. So I see this fiery strength coming out here, but you've got sort of like the backlash of like, well, you've said no more, enough is enough, but, you know, this person is just a viper, like, just gonna come after you. And sometimes it's like, for what reason? Like, why? What are you trying to gain? And it's just a toxic energy I'm feeling. Yeah, someone who's just the bottom of the barrel human being that just thrives off trying to make other people suffer. Okay, so and they're going to be looking at you taking your life back, and they're going to be kind of like envious of you, like, whoa, look how you're shining without me. Like, I feel like you've cut off the ties to them, and they're like, now their supply is gone, and they're just like, they can't get to you because you're untouchable now, because you've cut them off and you've removed yourself and you've cut off communication, and now they just see you and they hear about you, or they watch what you're doing, and, you know, they're looking on your social media and they're like, yeah, envious. It's not that they want what you've got, it's just like that they don't have it. And they want all that abundance and success, and they see your happiness shining through, and they're like, well, why do they get to be happy? Like, I didn't cause that happiness, so they don't deserve to be happy. Like, that's their mentality, that's their energy I'm feeling. But you're just like ready to just do what you're doing, and you're not going to look back, and you're not going to let anyone hold you back, or make you feel guilty for being successful, or having good things in your life. No way. No way you should feel guilty for like goodness coming into your life. Like, you definitely deserve that. Okay, so looking into the future energy here. We have the Magician here. So I think moving forward, you've got what it takes. You have support systems out there. I'm hearing like legal systems, or disability support systems, financial support systems, mental health support systems. Like, you've got resources. Yeah, and I feel like everyone is behind you and has got you. So yeah, don't worry about like whether people are going to have your back or support you. Even if we're talking about companies, or systems, they will support you, and the systems are in place to help people like you, that are in a vulnerable position, or that really need help. So of course it's fine to access those things that you need. Definitely don't feel like you don't deserve the help, or that your situation isn't as desperate as others, or as bad as others. Your experiences are definitely warranted and valid, and there are the right kinds of support out there that will get you through it. Okay, so we also have the Page of Pentacles coming out here. Yeah, so I just feel like just lay down the groundwork, be logical, be well thought out. Just put a lot of thought into the decisions that you're making, and it will pay off. We've got heaps of vipers in this card as well, so I'm just feeling like it will pay off. Like, your life's gonna get set on fire, like in a good way. Like, just light everything on fire in a good way, like, and it's just gonna leave a path of destruction for that other person, for whoever's caused you pain and distress. It's just gonna set them on fire, and it'll be in, like, it's because you're so hot right now. It'll be in the smoke of your own, your own backfire, because you're just soaring, and your engines are exploding. Okay, and we also have the Two of Pentacles coming out there, so I just feel like it's a balance, and navigating your life how it is in reality, and then it's like your spirituality doesn't really mesh with this. So it's just taking in a lot of information, and like, you want to be led by your intuition, but it's not really a place for intuition. It's because it's such a system, and it's just like step-by-step processes in place. It's just about going with those processes, and going step by step, and just trusting in the process, and the universe comes into it where they're just letting you know that they've got this and like it will all work out according to the plan that the universe has got for you. So just trust in that and go with that. Okay, so the obstacles we may have. We have the Hierophant coming out here, so I think the obstacles are just, you know, navigating those systems, because yeah, they are quite daunting, and they're unlike anything else you have to sort of navigate through in life. You know, yeah, it can be quite confusing, but the people that work there will guide you through it. It's not going to be a fast process. It's not like a quick, easy one and done. It does take, you know, like steps and time and waiting periods and forms to be filled out and signing of documents, and, you know, if it's anything with government, to do with the government or anything like that, they always very time consuming, takes a lot of time to work through. So yeah, just be aware of that, and it's just something that you have to sort of go along with. And we also have the Six of Cups coming out here, so I feel like this is just about not missing out on the memories and the moments, and still making those memories and making sure that you're putting in the effort to make those beautiful memories to look back on your life. Like, don't get so caught up in all the stress of this situation that it actually takes away from the life that you're living now. So yeah, just keeping that balance of like doing all the serious stuff and making what need to happen, but also taking that time to really cherish the people you have in your life, and, you know, spend that quality time with them. Yeah, and just, yeah, enjoy them. Okay, so we have next, what do we need to let go of here? Letting go of we're letting go of the worry and the fear of not having a good long-term future. Yeah, I feel like there's a lot of stress and worry here about making things work for the long term, or, you know, how life is going to look or turn out in the long term, and like a bit of fear of like not living up to what you want for your life, or, you know, what other people expect for your life. But I feel like, yeah, there's just a message here to water the seeds and they will grow, you know. Just keep tending to the seeds, keep tending to the beauty and the love that you have in your life, and, you know, the more energy and love you put in, the more it will just blossom and grow. I see that she's reaching for like an apple here. So yeah, there's definitely a sign of, you know, great growth in the future. Yeah, lots of your wishes and hopes coming to fruition, I do feel. We also have the Three of Pentacles as well, so I feel like this is, yeah, just about putting down the roots and building yourself up, creating that home environment for yourself. You know, whether or not you have a home, that you've built a home, or that you're wanting to buy a home, or even if you're just moving around, you don't really have a home at the moment, you're couch surfing, or you're trying to find your forever place, or you're just trying to find your next place to live. I'm just hearing the importance of finding the things that can make you feel at home. And I feel like it could be like to do with planting some plants, tending to a garden, just those homely things like putting pictures up on the wall, you know, just making your space feel like your own. I'm feeling this energy of that you feel like you've lost something, like you've given away something that you worked hard for or something that you wanted for your life. But I'm feeling like, yeah, definitely like not all hope is lost, and you can do this, like you can win this, and you can make something for yourself. Alright, so yeah, and I'm feeling like you just need to release any sort of like thoughts that are holding you back, and just dive in and like put the old experiences behind you and just make your own new experiences, okay? Yeah, it's really time to be adventurous and be passionate about your own life. Yeah, bring in those things that make you love life. Yeah, think of those things activities that you may not have done in a while that you are missing out on, that may be a calling for you to just spend time doing that may help like release a lot for you, whether that's, you know, just going dancing or just like going for a swim on the beach, or, you know, going bowling, or, you know, whatever fun thing that you just absolutely love that you haven't done in a while. Okay, so what do we need to focus on? What will help us? Okay. So we have the Fool coming out here. So yeah, I just feel like take a leap of faith in your life, okay? And don't look back. And, you know, even though you may not have a clear sense of direction, that's okay. You will figure it out as you go. The most important thing is just taking that big leap of faith. Alright, and we have the Four of Swords coming out here. So I'm feeling like a polar opposite energy here of like, it's okay to pull back your energy when you need to. So, you know, a lot of what you're doing may be exhausting and tiring, and, you know, drain you a bit. So it's okay to like have a lot of action sometimes and then pull back and retreat and have some quiet time. Yeah, I do feel like that is important, to look after yourself and just, you know, spend time with yourself and enjoying your own company. I feel is important. Okay, and we have the Five of Pentacles coming out here. So I feel this is just about building this life for yourself. You know, you may have fears and worries that, you know, taking this big leap of faith, or making big decisions, or, you know, deciding to make certain choices and go down certain paths in your lives is scary, and it's like risky, and you don't know what you're doing. You think you're going to fail because of so, you know, you don't want to put yourself out there, or but yeah, I definitely think there's so much to gain, and like there's nothing to lose. You've got nothing to lose, I'm hearing. So yeah, just you've got so much to gain and so much to build, and you deserve to build a beautiful, happy life for yourself. Okay, I'll just ask if there are any further guidances that we need to know. Any further guidance? Okay, so we have the Empress coming out. So yeah, really about stepping into your power, stepping into who you are, what you want. Yeah, really what you want for your life, and knowing that you have the power to create that, and you can birth all of these wonderful things into your life, and nurture them, and you know it will be because of your nurturing that things grow, and become abundant in your life, in your world. Okay, let's have a look at your oracle cards now. So we have, from the Inner Child Oracle, we have seek guidance in this. It's time for a different perspective. Many times in life we come to a place where we need to make a decision, and in these moments we might experience confusion or a lack of clarity. Calling on the insight of a trusted friend can be extremely beneficial, as gaining another perspective can help bring about new revelations we might not have seen ourselves. If you have pulled this card, it might be time to seek guidance on the many options before you. Call on a friend, mentor, or family member for their advice. It can be helpful to see the world through the eyes of another, as we carry the wisdom of our own perspective. Gaining another viewpoint can help us view ourselves and the world around us in a new light, and it can help us to see that which we might be blind to. How does your inner child feel when you ask someone for help? How does your adult self feel? Is there any hesitation? Know that you and your needs are not a burden. Okay. Okay, and you also got this one here, confidence. It comes with time and practice. It seems like everywhere around you, people are chattering about how confident they are and just how freeing it feels. You wish you could relate to them, but you haven't gotten there yet. Listen, it's all right. Confidence is not an instant or an overnight evolution. Just like with everything else, it takes time, practice, and a lot of unlearning of toxicity. Alright, and you also got this one here. Never give up. Phrases, motivation. So messages are being sent to you via words, phrases, and songs. Find inspiration in your surroundings. Your projects are supported. Create your own personal list of affirmations to keep you on track. Identify what motivates you. Confirmation. Okay, that is everything I have for you this week, pile 2. Hopefully you enjoyed those messages and they were fitting and helpful for you. But otherwise, let me know in the comments, give me a like, make sure you're subscribing, and I look forward to reading for you again next time. Bye! So, group 3, and welcome to your reading. If you choose this bloodstone, then this one is for you. Beautiful stone, this one. This stone is a good one to use for creating a shield of protection, to shield from any negative energies, any unwanted energies. Okay, so let's get into your reading. Let's look at the past energy here. So we have the world. The world here. So this is a cycle coming to an end here, I feel. Yeah, something that has been going on for a long time, that came to an end. Okay, and we have the hanging one, the hanged man. So yeah, I feel like there was a moment of clarity where you sort of, like, things clicked and you looked at things from, actually I feel like it was like a rude awakening of, like, oh, you're seeing things from the outside perspective, and then you've looked in at your own life and realized, like, oh, like, I don't like this. Like, this is not the life I imagined myself living. Okay, and with the 9 of Wands coming through, yeah, it was definitely a test of courage and strength and braveness, to look at your life and, you know, admit to yourself that you weren't happy with it and it wasn't healthy or helpful or in alignment with how you saw yourself, how you saw your life turning out. Yeah, it wasn't in alignment, yeah, with what you wanted for yourself. Okay, so moving into the present energy, we have the Hierophant. Yeah, so I do feel like after that moment where you realize that, you needed to make a change, you needed to put an end to something and move on. After that, you know, you really did, you're going through a time of deep introspection and looking inside yourself, and, you know, you're exploring what's really important to you now, and making sure that your choices align with what you want in life. Okay, so yeah, you're just doing a lot of self-reflecting and reflecting on the types of relationships you've had, yeah, and realizing the kind of person it made you, yeah, and realizing what actually you need from a healthy relationship. Okay, so we also have Justice and the 6 of Wands coming out here. So I do feel like you're hoping for some sort of justice, like, to come into play here. So yeah, I do feel like there is an energy of this other person getting what they deserve, or just getting served with what they deserve. Yeah. So I do feel like, yeah, you will, like, I feel like they will be exposed and the truth will come out, and yeah, they will kind of cop it, like they will cop a bit of backlash, and they'll get put on in the spotlight, and yeah, get called out, get called out, and yeah, so you'll have your sort of moment of validation of like, yeah, that experience that I had was real, and like I was in the right, and like, yeah, with everyone else sort of like agreeing, and yeah, agreeing and knowing that this person was doing the wrong thing, and how they were treating you was not right. Yeah, and then they'll see you transforming, and having this total rebirth moment. Yeah, because you're just going to step into yourself from this point on, I feel. You're really, like, once you see that he's kind of reaped what he's sown, yeah, and made his bed and laid in it, you know, like he's created this mess, and of course it's gonna have backlash, you know, like you make wrong decisions, it's gonna have some sort of karmic backlash coming back around. So yeah, he's coming to these realizations and looking at you, and you're transforming, and you're taking back your power, you're taking back your life. Yeah, and you're ready to come into yourself and create, and yeah, have this whole new life for yourself. Because you're becoming this new person that's just, yeah, stepping into this power and this amazing person. Like you're gonna shock yourself, like who's in there, who's deep down inside of you, and I think a lot of other people around you are going to be shocked as well. Like they might have seen you in a total different light before. Like you may not have come out of your shell, because of the type of relationship you were in, and the type of bond and attachment that you had with them. You're a completely different person. You just didn't show your true colors yet, and now your true colors are all shining, and it's going to be blinding for people. I feel like, yeah, people are going to be watching you and being like, whoa, look at her shine, look at those colors. That Coldplay song comes into my mind. Shine, shine for you, everything you do. It's yellow. Okay, so looking into the future energy here, we have the Six of Pentacles. So yeah, I do feel like this is that karmic energy coming back. So your future is looking bright, and yeah, you're just going to keep on shining from here. And yeah, it's just going to be amazing what you can achieve now that you're living this new life. Yeah, that you're just having this total rebirth and transformation of yourself. Yeah, I think there's a lot of good things coming your way, and I think you will have a lot of blessings coming into your life now, because you've made room for it. You've cleaned your life up, you've cleaned the energy up, you've cleaned the connection, the relationships up, you've cleaned all the emotional stuff up. So yeah, you've made room for a lot of goodness to come into your life now. Okay, so we have the Four of Cups here. Yeah, just really, really, really be grateful of what you have in your life, and even though things didn't pan out exactly the way you would have envisioned for yourself, and you may have lost a bit of time pouring into this relationship, into this connection, into this life that you had together, but definitely not all hope is lost. I feel like you grew a lot through this. Like you've really leveled up. You've you know, you really gained a lot of maturity, emotional intelligence. So yeah, there's nothing, it's not all bad, you know. It's not all is lost in this. There is still a lot of growth that come from this situation that may not have happened without it. So not that it was fair or right, but it still happened, and you know, it only made us stronger and bloom even brighter. Okay, so we have the Two of Wands here coming, so I feel like there will be a big decision in the future. I feel like it is to do with, I'm hearing like relocating or yeah, making a big life decision like moving house or yeah, setting down roots somewhere, or it could also be like a career choice, or yeah, a new field of study, or a new project that you're starting, like that may change your life quite a bit, you know, may shuffle things around a bit for you. So yeah, I just feel like there may be a bit of worry at the time of like how you're going to make it work, but I feel like the message is just like it will all come together. Yeah, just make the move, make the changes, make it happen, and worry about all the finer details later, because yeah, you don't need to plan out every little step or every little detail, because it will come together and things will work harmoniously and work out. Okay, so what are we looking for? Our obstacles, our challenges, our blocks. So we have the Ace of Cups coming out here, so I do feel like this will be a new connection coming in here. And we've got the Five of Pentacles coming out here. I feel like you may have to, yeah, be mindful of new connections coming in, because you may get stuck in this sort of mindset of like you're going to lose, or you've only got stuff to lose in this, like you're at a loss in it, like so you may not even want to try, you may just want to give up. Yeah, you may just think it's all too hard, but yeah, definitely there is an emotional intimate connection to come into your life, but yeah, I just feel like you may hinder your own progress if you get caught up in the worry about what you might lose. Yeah, or yeah, just being scared about the process, and yeah, facing those fears. So yeah, just keep looking those fears in the eyes, so that you can find the loving relationship that you deserve. Okay, what do we need to let go of and release here? So we have the Ace of Wands coming through here, so I definitely feel like this is something new taking off here for you. Okay, so we've got the Seven of Swords coming out, so yeah, I just feel like it's really about not letting past betrayals hinder you or stop you from finding love in the future or making commitments in the future. You may tend to want to hold back when making commitments or decisions to progress in relationships or connections. So yeah, that's something just to be aware of, that you know, that kind of thinking or behavior is not helpful. And you know, to be able to make this new connection and start this new thing, you've got to let go of that. Okay, and we have Temperance here. So yeah, you'll go into the new relationships really looking for the harmony, and there's no harm in that at all. You know, you're looking for balance. You're looking to make sure that you know, there's give and take. There's, you know, acceptance. You're able to be open and vulnerable with this person, this new connection. So yeah, those are all good traits and all good things that you're going to be able to take into this. So don't let go of your standards. Yeah, just stay true to what you're really looking for, and all these little ingredients, all these checklists of things that are important to you, like they're important to you for a reason. So yeah, there's no need to back down or, you know, compromise, or, you know, let that off the list, let that slip. No, all of these things are on your list for a reason. So yeah, just stay true to yourself and stick to your gut. Yeah, but definitely don't run away, okay? Don't hide from it. Okay, so what do we need to focus on, and what will help us here? Okay, so I'm feeling with the Four of Swords coming out here, so I feel like balancing your energy, so really putting yourself out there, really putting a lot of energy into what you want in life and the life that you want to create for yourself. But also you can take the time to rest and step back from things. You know, you can be a little bit inactive at times, that's okay. Yeah, you don't always have to be go, go, go. And we have the Six of Swords as well coming out, so yeah, I feel like it's just really detaching from, you know, the past, and you know, those wounds. You're forever trying to heal those wounds, but there will be a time just to, you know, it's a journey, so it's not a race. You know, you can sort of pause the process for a little bit, step back from the healing journey. There will be times when you may be triggered, so it'll be about stepping back at those times and working through what's triggering you and what emotions you are having, how you're reacting, why you're reacting that way, and then, you know, figuring out your thoughts and behaviors from there, and yeah, working on your emotions and how to you know, fix these feelings that you are feeling and what to do to mend them. Yeah, and healing for yourself, and yeah, being able to sort of self-soothe and make yourself feel better, I feel is important there. Okay, so let's just get one more about what else we need to know. Looking forwards here. Any further guidance? Okay, so definitely just taking that leap of faith. Actually, a few of these cards are similar to those in group 2. And I did say in the start of group 2, I accidentally said group 3. So there may be messages in both group 2 and 3. for you, might be worth checking out. So yeah, you have the Fool, so definitely time of just, yeah, taking that big step forward and not looking back, and you know, even though it's scary, just like looking that fear in the eye and saying, you know, I've got this, I've got what it takes, you know, it's worth it, it's worth putting myself into scary and awkward situations, but you know, it's worth it, it's for a reason, it's what you want for your life. So yeah, keep tackling it, and putting one foot in front of the other. Okay, so let's get some oracle messages for you now. So from the Inner Child Oracle, we have, it is okay to be misunderstood. Perception is not always based on the truth. To be misunderstood is to be human. We each have a story of when our words and actions were perceived in the wrong manner. Every one of us fears, desires, beliefs, and pains, which often leads to miscommunication and misunderstanding. It can feel overwhelming when this occurs, as we derive a sense of safety from those around us, being able to understand how we see the world. If you currently feel misunderstood, take some time today to practice inner safety within yourself. Place one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly. Take deep breaths and speak words of safety over yourself. Tell yourself that you are safe and that you are known and that everything will be okay in the end. Ask yourself if there are any affirmations or actions you can take that would help your inner child feel safe now. Remember that there are some things we might never be able to fully communicate to one another, and that's okay. The goal of this practice is not to make others understand, but to realize that their misunderstanding of you is not a reflection of your worth. You are complete, regardless of how others perceive you. How does it feel to your inner child to be misunderstood? How does your inner child feel when you practice inner safety? Ask your inner child if there is another way they might need to feel safe around misunderstandings. Okay, and we have morning, the world awaits you. You've been alive, sure, you've been waking up, doing what you need to get through your day, going back to sleep, repeat. Have you been living though? Truly living? I think you need to hear this now more than ever. Your life is incredibly precious. Out there, the world awaits you. Now is the time to make good moments and learn to treasure them as they come. Okay, and we also have healing. Recovery from heartbreak or grief, past trauma, the ability to help others heal through your experience. Let your friends and family support you. So definitely, if you can, use some of those journaling prompts from the Inner Child Oracle that I just read out. That could be really helpful just for, yeah, healing and, you know, finding out what those things are, questioning yourself and diving a little bit deeper into, you know, any unhealed wounds that you may have, and how to provide for yourself and heal those wounds now as an adult. Yeah, how to fulfill yourself again. Okay, so those are all your messages, group 3. I hope you've enjoyed this reading and that it resonated. Let me know in the comments if it did. Give me a like and make sure you're subscribing. So yeah, I look forward to reading for you all again next time. Bye bye, group 3.